What's up folks, my name is Felix, welcome back to today's video. This will be another airdrop guide about a Bitcoin layer 2 solution called BEVM. This is the third Bitcoin layer 2 I am now showing you on this channel. First one was Botanics, second one was the B2 network, and now today we want to dive into BEVM. The project is already on mainnet, there are several ecosystem projects, and we have a lot of tasks to do for the already announced airdrop to early participants in the network. First things I wanted to show you are their Twitter account. They had quite a huge growth over the last few months. They are at roughly 140,000 followers, have some big partnerships here. And they also announced all these ecosystem projects. Great overview on here with all the projects. With some of them, we also have to interact in today's video to do all the tasks. First things you want to do to start this airdrop guide, you have to have at least, I think, 50 US dollars in Bitcoin to start this guide. And you need a Bitcoin wallet. For example, you can use the Unisat wallet here in this case. So as always, you just add the extension to your browser. Make sure that you save your seed phrase. You can also use, for example, the OKX wallet. And you need an EVM wallet as always in those tasks. So I'm usually using Rebbe, but Rebbe has the network not integrated yet. That's why we use MetaMask. And therefore, you just jump over to Chainlist. I will, of course, provide all the links as always down in the description box. You want to search for BEVM, and then you add the mainnet, which is called BEVM Canary, and also the BEVM Testnet, because I also want to show you Testnet tasks that you have a footprint over there as well. And then you come over to their official campaign page where you need to collect first some echo points. You can get them by, for example, following BEVM on X, as well as joining their Discord. And after you did that, you come over to Helsinki. So you just click on Helsinki. And there it says in the description already, the Helsinki points is one of the reference indicators for the airdrop stage of the BEVM network. So there will definitely be an airdrop for early participants. Currently, there are around 51,000 people who already did those tasks. There was already a phase 1 and the mint of an OG NFT. But yeah, we are late for that. I also missed that one. That's why we now want to start with phase 2, where you can do, I think, those 10 tasks here, where you have to bridge, for example, from EVM chains over to BEVM mainnet. Then you have to do a Galaxy task, which you want to speak about in a few seconds. Then you have to mint or buy and sell some inscriptions on the market. You, for example, also want to stake on IP share. There is always a description if you just click on those tasks, for example. So if you do the bridge transaction here from Omniswap, make sure you have any amount of BTC assets on Arbitrum and bridge it over to BEVM. Obviously, this has to be a wrapped Bitcoin. That's not the only bridge we need from EVM over to BEVM. You also have to use, for example, Meson here in this case, and Auto was the third one. So if you have, for example, 50 US dollars, just split it into 3 pieces and use each piece for one of those bridges. And once your funds are all on BEVM, you can do all the other tasks. That's at least how I did it here. You also have to do, for example, one cross-chain bridge from the Bitcoin network over to BEVM. This is probably the most expensive one. So I can definitely recommend you for all those tasks here to do them on the weekend or early in the morning. I would say at around 6 to 7 a.m. UTC time. That's at least when the network is less congested and most people are sleeping, especially those in the US. If you are from the US, you might want to do it late at night, or if you are fine with the costs you have to pay here for all the transactions, that's also okay. Then we want to jump over to Galaxy. As I already said, there are a few tasks you want to do. If you were an early participant in their Zeely campaign, you can now transfer your tokens over to this Galaxy campaign. And another few things you want to do is, for example, following their Twitter account. Again, you should have already done this task by doing their campaign before. And second one is do some social interactions here. So there are a few clicks to do. There are a lot of retweets on Twitter. And then you can collect all in all 9 on-chain achievement tokens and 407 points. You obviously also want to do that because very few people are doing that on here compared to their campaign. So just around 7,000 are following them and just around 6.3K did this task here. And compared again to this campaign, you can see we have 51K participants. And as we saw in other projects, those Galaxy tasks get more important for future airdrops. Then if you want to have your footprint on a testnet as well, you can use, for example, the Orbiter Finance testnet bridge and bridge over some Bitcoin from the Sepolia network to the BEVM Sepolia network. And once you have your testnet Bitcoin on the right network, you can, for example, use Third Web to deploy a smart contract on the blockchain. They just announced their partnership with them on the 10th of January. So what you want to do here are very simple steps. I already covered them several times in previous videos. So you want to make sure that your wallet is connected and you have some testnet Bitcoin available. Then you just click on contracts, you click on deploy now. Then you might want to choose a token contract. So you click on token down here, you click on the deploy now button, then this window pops up. And you might just want to call it BEVM test here in this case. You scroll all the way down, make sure it's the right wallet address, and then you choose the right network. This should now be covered slightly by my face cam. So you just click on this network down here, search for BEVM, for example, then there's the mainnet as well as testnet. So in our case here, we choose testnet. Then you have to switch to the network on your wallet if you are not already on it. And last thing, then you obviously want to deploy this contract, which is now completely behind my face cam. You just click on the blue deploy now button. Then you have to confirm the transaction. And in the second step, you have to sign it. And then this task is already done. And last thing you might want to do if you are into nodes, you can now start your own nodes and then register for their node running campaign, which is currently ongoing. So you just want to come over to this page, fill out the form that you participate in the incentivized node campaign. How you can set up one is all detailed in this guide. Found this on Medium, very well written, so we can give him some claps over here. And you just want to go step by step through this guide and use this to set up your own node. Many people shy away from this, but I think that's one of the biggest airdrop alphas you can get here. So summarized here in the end, what you definitely want to do is their campaign page. So you want to do all those tasks over here, collect the points, as well as first, of course, collect the echo points. And then if you want to do additional tasks, you can, of course, also leave your footprint on the testnet. If you now have questions, feel free to drop them below this video. If you don't want to miss future guides like this, feel also free to subscribe to the channel because I release videos like this on a daily basis here. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you in my next one.